All right. All right, guys. So today we have done a lot. So we went over the family trust and how to set it up. So we went over the declaration, we went over all of the trust bylaws, all of the schedules. And so now what I want to do is I want to open up the floor for any questions that you guys might have based on the information that we went over today. So please go ahead and raise your hand and also put your question in the chat and I'll be able to answer any and all questions that you might have. So we're first going to go to Miss Alexis. Hey, Alexis.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Great training. I appreciate it. Very, very thorough. Um, I didn't quite wrap my head around the role of the grantor yesterday, and that kind of clarifies a lot of challenges that I ran into with the statutory trust because I didn't understand that legal piece. But separating that from the trustee clears a lot of that up, which I was unaware of because that's a big one. But I do have a question because it was something new I hadn't thought about, and it wasn't something I was dealing with before. I have somebody in mind, um, but they also do some notary stuff for me. Would that be a conflict of interest?
No, I mean, so them notarizing stuff for you is they can't notarize the trust.
Okay,
Okay. So they can't notarize their own signature. So if they're going to be your grantor, then their signature as your grantor needs to be notarized by someone else. Okay.
okay,
But that's not going to prevent them from notarizing other legal documents for you.
okay, very good. Okay, because I was thinking about that, and then
Yep.
I was kind of thinking about that. I hadn't wrapped my head around that because I was going through the video last night too, and I thought, and it wasn't even clear to me until you stated it again today. Why the role of the grantor, could not you don't want to be the grantor and the trustee. And that's kind of how the statutory trust gets people in trouble because that's where the state has control to revoke. I couldn't get that out of an attorney for nothing. I went rounds and rounds for months trying to get clarification. And like, well, how does this change? Because California made some changes in the last 2 years that really threw a lot of the work my mother put into her trust under the bus that had been in place for 30 years. And,
Wow.
and, and, and within the last 24 months, some foolery they came up with, now you're dealing with some um, estate taxes and then some, and if you are, acquired something, properties and stuff like that, which I kind of, well, this will solve a lot of that because I'm going to be able to move the properties in. And before they can kind of come up with an estate, assessment, I'll have come up with something else to work around it with this, which I appreciate, which answers a lot of questions. So thank you for clarifying that on the grantor because that's a big one. Because for people
Yeah.
that have trust already, they don't know why it's not
Yep.
working.
Yep.
And the grantor is the key to that.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Sure is.
um, and then I have one more question.
Yep.
My mom did a lot of civic work in my grandmother's hometown, which is where she was spent a lot of her summers as a kid. When she retired, she built a house in Georgia in this really small county, um, and it's where all the Black historical history is along the Golden Isles. And so we have a lot of family there, and she still has property there, which I've acquired and I'm still in contact with a lot of the people she worked with for this small community-based organization, as well as doing stuff with the city, and was overseeing like thousands of projects, money, and going after grant resources and things like that. So I wanted to, in her honor, put together an economic development fund, and I've been trying to figure out the best way to position it in the trust so that I can establish a pot of money, that people can apply for every year. And I was trying to find the right legal way to do it but at the same time keep it private that only that the members know about and any joint ventures we authorize through the city because she used to get people out there and be like, do you know what your city's doing? Do you know what's going on with your vote? Do you know where your tax dollars are going? Do you know? And so she fired up them people and they are actively doing all the work that she set in motion, from a flea market to a marina. She put together, a breezeway walk and all kinds of stuff, like about 2,000 projects over 15 years. So very well known. She's almost like a little mayor out there. So, but I just been wanting to do that. And I just thought, how do I put that together? And how do, and I'm thinking the UIL could be a part of that funding piece if I set up a portion of that insurance for that. But I'm just wondering legally in terms of what we do with the trust, because I know we're gonna get into the insurance stuff later, you know, what you recommend to do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How I can,
Yeah, I absolutely do. And so tomorrow we're going to set up a nonprofit tax exempt trust.
yes,
So what you're talking about right now will be a perfect project, and it could be in honor of your mother's existence and name.
yes.
And it's the same thing that I have done. So I have an education coalition where I give out scholarships to minorities, and
Oh,
I put it in honor of my mother's name. So it's called the Myrna Roman Education Coalition. And that's what I use for my tax exempt nonprofit. So what you
okay.
planning on doing would be very in alignment with what we're going to go over tomorrow, which is your charity or your nonprofit or the ministry work that you want to continue on dealing with your mother's legacy.
Now, what if I want to do two? Because I want to still do my ministry trust, because I have something separate I want to do with
You
that.
can do unlimited. I have two of them. I have
Oh,
one for
sweet.
the homeless population because my mom, she was big into that and she instilled it in me, and I started volunteering in homeless shelters. So you can do as many as you want. You know you can have unlimited trust, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
Okay,
and so if you have two or three different purpose or ministries that you are um
okay.
or charities that you have going on, then you can just
Yeah.
set up another one, different name, different entity, different
Oh,
purpose, and you get
okay.
the same board. Yeah.
Okay, slick. Oh, thank you. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to
you're
that
welcome.
tomorrow.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so
So,
much.
yeah, exactly. So, tomorrow, once we go over the nonprofit trust, then you'll have some questions, but you'll understand that it's in alignment with what you want to do.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome, Alexis. Thank you so much. Next, we have Miss Alania Bay. How are you, Miss Bay? Miss Bay, you're on mute.
Okay, I got it. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Fine. I really feel bad for you with your throat and everything. I wanted to ask you if you needed me to read some stuff for you to give you
Oh,
a break. You know, you're welcome to do that. I don't
oh,
mind.
thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so, so, so much.
But
I really don't know what to say. I need to get back to my CMOS, but my throat is getting better. It's just, I had that respiratory thing. I feel like I had the flu for like maybe 3 or 4 days, and so the cough or the congestion is still there. So I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I just have to, you know, um,
okay, and I
yeah.
just wanted to ask a question. What type of paper, bond paper, was that you used? Um, I
Um,
have to get some bond paper that color because I when we were going over the trust, I realized that I made a mistake on the first page and I put my new name instead of the trustee's name. And I need to probably correct that. So that was one question I needed to ask. And also I have a $1 bill, but Fidelity, I told them I was gonna give them $100. So but that's where you guys sign. So does that matter if, if
so
you have a,
it doesn't matter too much as long as you're documenting that the grantor has provided the $1 to the trustee, then you're fine. If you end up funding with more, that's okay. So the way that we actually make the documentation in alignment with what we're funding is we document it on the promissory note that we're going to
on the,
fund the account with, $100.
okay, so do it on the promissory note. Now,
Uh,
if I decide to do it with us, because they said that they do take precious metals like silver, do I make a copy of the coins and then use that as a deposit with Fidelity, as a instead of the $100, that would I be able to do that? To do, to
so
give.
so if you're going to use precious metal, then you want to document precious metal on the promissory note, okay? And then
Okay.
as far as you getting the precious metal to the brokerage, you need to contact them and ask them how they want to receive the precious metal.
Okay, okay. All right. Yeah, they sent me some information. So I asked them a whole lot of questions, and they did satisfy the answers for me. So I'm probably going to go with Fidelity. They also do take securities, and I told them I had a lot of securities. I just didn't send them out because a lot of the creditors they're act like they're blind. They don't understand what you're doing. And so I told them I have a lot of securities. Would they accept that? They said, "Oh, sure, we take that." And there was a lot of information that they gave me that I was very, very happy to hear. And so I said, "Well, you gonna make some money for you and I?" Well, it's not really money; it's funding. And they said, "Yeah, we can help you and your legacy for your family. I'm pretty sure of it that we can do this." So I'm excited. I can't wait to go for the interview, and I'm just got to get all my ducks in a row as far as the assets of what I want to, because they asked me what type of assets did I want to put into the trust, and I told them that I'm presently trying to get my property straight as far as doing a quick claim deed, but I have to get the SS4 for the executor to show that I'm the executor of that estate, and then do the quick claim deed. And so they seem like they were pretty optimistic with me. And I told them that I did have precious metals, a lot of silver, but I know you said not to put all your eggs in one basket, so I'm not going to put everything in the family trust. I'm going to leave some also for the ministry and the business trust. And I found some information on Quicksilver on another group that I'm in, and where I can use that platform to make money as a business. But me, I can buy my silver from there, and also they can. The silver can be, I mean the Quicksilver can also be a business where I can put it in a platform for other people to join and buy their silver from, silver and gold, because that's what I'm really, really want to do. I really like the precious metals type thing. And they said that I can transfer my stocks from Cash App and all that into my trust. So I'm looking forward to doing business with them and see how my life goes from there. And I
Yeah.
did ask them about the loans, and because I told them I want to get a house and I want to get a car, and I'm like, so if I put in my bonds for my authenticated birth certificates and other birth certificates, would that suffice? And oh yes, yes, ma'am, yes, yes. So they were pretty much on board. So like I said, I interviewed them like as if they were an employee. I was the employer and they were the employees. So I did ask a lot of questions. But the Schedule D, you were also mentioning, you take the information from Schedule B and put under Schedule D. Is that what you were saying?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so all you have to do on the Schedule D is you have to list the assets, and then you have to list who is going to receive those assets when the trust is terminated.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Can I
and
do an amendment?
that's just a plan B, just in case, after we're gone, if they want to terminate it, then these are your desires that beneficiary A receives the house, beneficiary B receives, the precious metal.
So since it's already been notarized, do I do an amendment or a promissory?
Yeah, you can do an amendment, and you can go ahead and make those changes.
Okay, okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted to say Fidelity is a great company, so I'm so glad that you're going with
Yeah,
them. It's definitely a good choice.
it is. They're really and they have one in Fort Worth, so that's even better. because I'm not far.
Yeah, there's not too many of the actual locations. And then so as far as the paper, I'm gonna have to send it to you because I don't have it with me. But this is I think it's called Ivory,
I-
like legal paper or something. I don't remember the name or the brand. I'm gonna find it. And then I'll go ahead and put it in the Telegram chat, and that's what I use to print the paper for the actual trust, okay?
Okay. Yeah,
So
because I know they have ivory, almond, and all different kinds.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
just wanted to make sure because I didn't want it to look crazy, you know.
Uh-huh, yeah, exactly. That's a good question.
Uniform.
Yeah, so I'm gonna find it and then I'll go ahead and put it in Telegram, okay?
Okay, I know it's something like Southampton or some South something, but
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
remember exactly which one it is. I just want to
Yeah, and
make sure
they
the
sell it
one you
everywhere. They sell it at Target, Walmart, Office Depot, Staples.
right.
Even on Amazon. I bought it on Amazon as well.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I get the correct name for it because I don't want it to look crazy, you know. I don't want it to look different
Absolutely.
of
Yeah.
what I have. And
Okay.
I really appreciate that. Thank you
Y-
so
y-
much.
You're so welcome, Miss Bay. You know we appreciate you. You are phenomenal. So, all right, so we're gonna move on to the next person. Thank you, Miss Bay. So next we
Thank
have
you.
Miss Dina. Hi, Miss Dina. How are you?
Hi, fine, fine.
Hi.
Glad to be here again.
Yes, we're glad to see you, beautiful lady. Thank you for being
Yes.
here.
And I just want to say I did get my paper ordained minister. I
Yes,
got I did
congratulations.
everything you told me and I got it.
Yes, congratulations. I love that.
That and I also want to share that I did get my credit card from Home Depot. So
Wow, congratulations.
I'm doing little by little, but I'm moving. But
Yes, I
uh,
love it. I love it. I'm so happy for you. I really, really
I thank
am.
you.
Like
Yeah.
you just, I'm telling you, you're lighting me up where I see that we're actually making the steps, opening up our accounts, we're building our credit, we're becoming ordained, we're going through our charities
Yeah.
and nonprofit. I'm just so happy. So
Yeah,
thank
I do
you.
everything like you told me, and I work, and it's so exciting for me because this is a whole new world. This stuff I never did, never even thought about doing. So I appreciate my community. Every day I have to see y'all. I have to go and talk and see somebody from the wealthy trustee community. I have to. That
Yes.
makes my day.
Thank you, Miss Dina. Thank you. Thank
No,
you. Thank
thank
you.
you.
You are a
Yeah.
blessing. Yes, thank you.
I'm a minister too.
Yes, I know. Congratulations.
I couldn't believe it. Everything happened just like you said. Just like you said, it happened. So I'm very excited about that. That was
Yes,
Do we
everything.
do we sign our name? Do we sign our name now as minister? After our name, do we put
you
minister
can.
after?
You can, absolutely. Yeah, you can put your title. Absolutely.
Do we need
Okay.
an EIN for it?
Huh?
Do we need an EIN for the for our new name, minister?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Uh,
okay.
And so after your name, you could also put TTEE, which is short for trustee. So
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So you can use you can use that title as well.
Do we
Oh,
want people
okay.
to know we are TTEE?
So it depends, right? So if you're doing it because that's your title. So for example, like if you're a CEO of a company, right, you're gonna sign and then you're gonna put your title, which is the CEO, right? So it just depends. So for the banks, for sure, like for the banks and stuff like that, they automatically know that you're the trustee.
Okay.
The insurance
Okay.
company, they automatically know that you're the trustee. So
Okay.
yeah, so you do. It's really when you're operating with those like institutions, it's not a secret. It's what we call that need to know, information.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Uh,
Thank
you.
you.
you're
Yes.
welcome.
Well, here's my one of my questions. What was the 3 pages you said to take to the bank when we get ready to go?
That's a really good question. So you're gonna take the certificate of trust. So I'll show it to you. I got a physical one here. You see it? So this is the certificate of trust. So
Okay.
that's almost the last 3 pages. of the trust, right? So you're gonna take the certificate and then the Schedule A, which is the next page over. So you have the next 2 pages over, which is the certificate of trust of the Schedule A. So of the certificate of trust. So it's those 3 pages that you're
Okay.
gonna take the hard copy with you to the bank.
Okay, and it should already be notarized when I go.
Correct, yeah. So you have the
Okay.
notary section. Yeah, you won't be able to use it if it's not notarized.
All right. Here's the next question. I believe you said each trust has to have their own address. Is that correct?
Not necessarily. So if you are, whichever trust you're gonna keep private, you want those those can share an address. And whatever trust you're going to use for the public, meaning you're building credit with it, that one needs its own address.
Okay, so that business trust one, that's gonna have its own
Own
address.
address. And then for the family and the ministry, you can use the same address as long as you keep those two private. And don't
Okay,
build credit with.
all right. Okay, I got that straight. Only thing I messed up was my notary paper, but other than that, I got that straight.
Okay.
Here's my next question. When you take the and open the trust account, does that take the place of a business account?
No, it doesn't. So your business is your business and that is separate, right? So the business trust, if you're operating it like a business, then yes. But if you have an LLC, that is separate from a trust and you cannot use the same account. That's commingling. Okay, so your LLC needs its own business checking account and the trust is going to have a trust account, right? Which is different from a business account. So the trust is going to have its own bank account. So Miss Dina, do you have a business? Do you have like an LLC or a corporation or no?
No, I was just starting one. I was just
Okay.
starting. And that's why I
Okay.
had asked about the authority of certificate. And you said,
Yeah.
yeah, I still have to do that. So,
Okay.
but that's confusing. If I'm gonna put the LLC in the trust,
Correct.
you
Yeah.
know, but I
It's
still have to do it like separate.
Yeah, the LLC is still an entity. So you have to operate it separately from the trust. The trust is just the owner. The trust is not the LLC. The trust is just the owner of the LLC. So you're still going to be signing for the LLC, but you're going to be signing as the trustee of the business trust.
Okay, you know what? My mind didn't catch that yet. I'm gonna work on that. Thank you so much for everything. It's gonna take
Okay.
me a while to get that one. But all right,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Yeah, baby steps. So we'll keep
Yeah,
talking about it little by little, okay?
yes.
Okay. All righty. Next we have Miss Patricia Williams. How are you, Miss Williams?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me?
Yes, beautiful
Can you hear
lady.
me now?
Of course. I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I have been better. I am just even embarrassed to still be asking a question. Okay. I had a young lady who said she would be the grantor. So I go on, set up the trust, get the trustee in, and then her grandmother died, and then there was always an excuse, always an excuse, always an excuse. And so here I am now with her information in the system at the IRS as her being the grantor, but still no notary from her. What
Okay.
can I do? Is there anybody? Well, what can I do? What should I do?
So you just need it notarized?
No, she didn't sign.
Okay. I mean, did she agree? Is she able to?
Well, I'm kind of getting that, you know, from all the excuses that she doesn't, because the last time we communicated with her, she wanted to know about the position. So then I kind of felt like, you know, there were excuses coming and not any agreement to even meet. And I told her we could meet and go over it and let her look at it. And then after that, every time it was something else, something else, something else.
Oh,
So
all right.
I
So
think
this is so if you're able to find someone else to serve as your grantor, then just replace her. So what you would have to do is, because your trust is not notarized yet, you would have to replace the grantor's name with a new grantor, reprint your trust, and then because you already applied for the EIN, all you have to do is submit to the IRS the new grantor's name, which is, so you're just going to let them know that the grantor, or what we call the responsible party, has changed. And this form is the 8822B, which is
okay.
updating the information. So if
Mhm.
you just put 8822B in Google, it'll show up. It'll be like the first or second link. And so now, so all you have to do is choose a new grantor, replace the old grantor's name with the new grantor's name, reprint out your trust, actually get it notarized, and then submit the updated information form with the IRS, and you'll be good to go.
Now let me ask you, what would be the form, because the address is going to change, everything is just changing on it. Where'd you go?
It's actually it's actually it's actually the same form. So if you
Okay.
want to change the address, you can change it on that same form. So you just have to fill out one form and put new address, new grantor.
Okay. And let me ask you this, because I don't know. I don't know if it's the place that we live in or what, but everybody seems to be spooked when you say trust and grantor. Are you still, or is there anybody, within the structure of Seven Ways to Wealth who can be the grantor?
Yes, I can be your grantor, and there's other individuals that can serve as the grantor too. So we will find you a grantor.
Please. I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
like, oh God, I can't even believe,
Like
what is this?
like ASAP.
Yes.
Yes. That's fine. Do not worry about it, Miss Patricia. We will get you up and running, I promise, okay?
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You're so welcome. God bless you.
Thank you for just continuing on this journey of getting us in position, the place that we need to be.
Yes,
I so
absolutely.
much appreciate it.
Yep, that's what we're here for. That is certainly
Oh,
what we're here for. So don't you worry about a thing, okay? All right, next we're gonna go with Kenya. Hey, Kenya, how are you?
Hi, Christina. How are you? Oh, I
I'm,
guess we.
I know we are, right?
I have two questions because I'm still. I was able to open my my bank account, right, with
Congratulations.
bank.
With
So
who?
now Bank.
Bally?
Yes, bank.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you. So now I'm trying to move into the quitclaim deed form. So
Mm-hmm.
I did that. But where I'm stuck is where I had to fill out those three different tax form. I'm kind of stuck because there's a part where I don't know what to put. It's just I'm stuck there.
Okay, which tax form are you talking about? Is that specifically for property taxes dealing with your county?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna handle this offline. So what I want you to do is email it to me so that I can give you the exact instructions on how to fill it out.
Okay, I will have to probably take a screenshot for
Yeah,
that.
just take a picture of it so that I can see which section you need to fill out, and then I'll tell you what to say.
Okay,
I'll tell you exactly what to put on each of the lines.
yeah, because I have to do the real property trust tax return, then the real property transfer report, and then the real estate tax return. It's three forms I have to fill out, but I'm like kind of confused because when it said I took a screenshot, but one of the question was like, how much is the value of the home? And I know that it says on the deed it's $1. So once I put that, it's actually for the stuff that I just don't want to mistakenly put the wrong information.
Yeah, so because the quitclaim deed says $1, we're just showing that we're gifting the trust. So we're not
Oh,
really spending any money, but that's not the
mhm.
value of the home. The value of the home, is not $1. So your county assesses your property. So they probably are asking for the assessed value of the home. So usually you can find that on their website, on the property. Like when you look up the property on the county, they'll show you the value of the home. So they want that number there. Um, or sometimes you'll see it on Zillow too. But not really. Zillow is, it's not
It's
the
not
county.
like an
Yeah.
accurate.
Exactly. So I wouldn't recommend Zillow. I love Zillow though, but it's not the zestimate that you see on Zillow. It's the assessed value that you see with the county. That's what they want to know. And they're asking you to fill out this form because now the trust is going to be responsible for the property taxes, okay?
Okay.
So if you share the form with me, I'll show you where to put all of the information, okay?
Okay, because it's asking for the total consideration and everything else. So when I saw total consideration, I put $1, but then everything else, I don't know what to put. I don't want to put the wrong information.
Yeah,
And then
exactly. I'm gonna help you fill it out, but the consideration is $1, so you're correct on that.
okay, but everything else, then I will need help with that. And one last question. When I opened that account, the grantor gave $100, right?
Correct.
But the bank account, to open the bank account, they needed $1,000. So do I have to do a promissory note just like I did with the
Yes.
grant for the amount that I
Yes.
put in?
Yeah, do a promissory note and put that it's $1,000.
$1,000. So do I put the
And then
grantor?
and then put the day that you funded the trust fund.
Okay. Because I sent to get like binders for each of my trusts. I could have everything organized.
Yay.
And I'm also, even though we had to do a meeting once a year, like I projected my trust, I'm having a meeting with my older children once a week so I could be able to know what's their responsibility as a beneficiary and why it tells to have everything in the property, how it works. So my next step is doing the transfer of property. And then also I'm going to work on doing the life insurance for all 7 of us.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. I love that, Kenya. Did you book a call with our agent with Gerda?
No, not yet.
Yeah, okay. So whenever you're ready, just start talking with her because she'll be able to lead you in the right direction. So I'm happy that you're doing the weekly meetings. That's phenomenal. And I know that your children are young, but once they get to a certain age, start having them read the books and watch the training modules and stuff like that, okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing because I have a 26, 20, 18, and then I have twins that they gonna be 9. So I'm teaching the older one.
Older ones, that's
So
perfect.
they could eventually, teach the younger one.
Yeah, yeah, and then invite them to, invite them to the workshop. So like the next one that we have, or just start inviting them so that they can get familiar with the information.
Okay, that sounds good. If I always gonna be joining this meetings, even though I started it back in December last year, because every time I join, I learn something new, and I always have a question. I want to be able to learn more to help myself and my children, so they could pass it on from generation to generation. Not only the money part, but the knowledge.
Yep, and that's the most important things. That's why they said if you try to hide information, put it in a book, right?
Mhm.
So we need to be able to transfer this information from generation to generation, and that's going to be done through you and your children.
Okay, but thank you very much for everything you do. I always gonna be grateful for that. I
Thank
feel
you.
I feel like I have more power of my life now that I'm able to implement this thing into my life. Like I feel like I have freedom of, I could see a brighter future for me and my family.
Yes, you do though. You do. Like you are changing your life and their life, and you're just doing it one day at a time, but then you're gonna look back, and it's giving me chills right now. You're gonna look back and you're gonna say, like, look what I established, in 2023, and now we're in 2030, and look at all of these assets, look at, the insurance policies, look at the beneficiaries, look at everything, like kids tuition, look at everything that you've done. And that's because you decided to say yes and to actually set up your trust estate.
Yeah, because I came from a place where I lost everything. I lost my career because of COVID. So I had to start from zero again, having kids and not having a job and trying to figure out how I'm going to make money. And now coming across this and being able to transfer everything I have into something that is just going to be, it's so much to emotions at the same time that it's just like, wow, this came at the right time. And I'm grateful for that because I feel like I have been more empowered to do better and to provide something better for my kids and my grandkids to be.
Yep, exactly. And that's the truth. That is absolutely the truth. You are definitely doing the work right now, and they are going to be grateful because
Yeah.
you are empowered, you are changing their lives, and it's like your entire family is going to benefit from all the hard work and the training and just everything that you're doing right now, everything. So you're building the solid foundation. A lot of us, we don't do that. We just get into our career, we make money, and we start throwing it here and there without a solid foundation. And then we wonder why, when it's time for us to retire, we don't have anything because we didn't do this. We didn't set up the estate. We didn't put the rules and regulations. We didn't train our children. Everything that you're doing right now, Kenya.
After giving 20 years of my life to, to the Department of Education, I was a teacher. I had to wait now until I'm 55 to be able to benefit from what I worked all those years. And not only that even if I want to take my money out, they want to charge me 20% of the money that I put in.
Yeah.
So I teach my kids this thing, that there's other ways that you can make money without putting yourself in a situation where other people have control over your money. Because tomorrow they could shut down the retirement or even Social Security, and you have no power because you are not the one having control of that money.
Exactly. It's so true. And then unfortunately, you leave the control to a financial advisor that's, directing your 401k, and they put it into something aggressive and you lose it all. So you're right. You need to empower them. It's like, hey, there's other alternatives to where we can make either the same amount or more money, and we have full control. So if we need to liquidate it or if we need to do anything with it, we can.
But that's what I'm trying to do now. I have a 401k. They sent me the paper. They said to take it out, you had to pay 20% of taxes. So I'm trying to wait until I join for the IUL.
Yes.
So to see if I'm able to, instead of, how could I use that money to benefit me once I get it? Or if I transfer it from my 401k to the insurance, do I have to pay taxes on that? Also, if I could take my retirement money and put in my IUL, I think will give me more benefit because I have like 12 more years to hit 55, right? I don't know if I'm going to be alive by then. I might as well take it out, even though I'm being penalized, and get, cash value that I could use while I'm alive, and the money my kids still could benefit in a better way than having in a retirement.
Exactly. And it's going to have the death benefit. So if you didn't wake up, guess what? Then they're going to get the death benefit as well. They get the cash value and the death benefit versus, what you having in the 401k. So you are thinking in the right direction. And I'm so glad because I see the mindset shift and it's just making me so happy. So, so Gerda, she's going to be able to help you with all of that. So all those financial questions is going to go to her. She's a financial professional.
And also I was thinking, my husband have a big, what's that called? Insurance with another insurance company. So I don't know how he will be able to take that insurance money that he had, if he could be able to put that insurance company into the trust too, right?
Yes, he can. Absolutely. You got to contact the carrier and then they'll be able to transfer the ownership to the trust. Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
so my husband that instead of putting the girls and everything, just to put it under the trust 100%.
Yep. 100%. That's the best thing.
Oh my God, I'm so grateful. Everybody here in this life, I'm so grateful for this lady because it have changed my life and my vision of how my future will look and my children. So I'm always gonna say how grateful I am that I came across you, and even that money I paid, it was it was an investment for me.
Yeah.
It was investment, and I really appreciate it because other people are charging like $10,000, $20,000, and you're making it affordable for all of us, where we are able to have access to you all the time, and also be able to have a price where we are able to manage and pay. And for
Yep.
that, grateful. But
Thank
thank
you
you so
so
much,
much.
because there's so many people. I'm just talking and talking.
Thank you so much, Kenya. Yeah, I know, right? It's like we're gonna be here until everyone's question is answered. But thank you so much, Kenya. I really, really, really appreciate that. And I'm telling you, the price is always gonna be affordable because it's not about the money. God told me to do this. It's about the people. So that's why and in my eyes, it's cheap. And it's going to stay that way because it's more about impact and people having access right away. And if you can't afford it, guess what? We have a payment plan. We have whatever it is that you need, right? We got discounts. We got anything that you need in order to actually start. That's the most important thing, is to start.
And I was gonna start doing, I did a PMA with somebody else, and they was just charging for a PMA like 4,500. You know, he would say on ministry like $10,000. I was like, come on, that you try and help people, but at the same time, if you try and help people, you teach them, guide them, and don't over. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of money. I know. And I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with people charging all this crazy stuff. I hear of, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 150,000. I'm like, oh my goodness.
And that's not trying to help others. Okay, you try and profit from it, because as we could see, you putting in the time, the
Yeah.
pay, everything, the time, the emails, the workshop, being on Zoom and putting in your time. So yes, you should get compensated. But if at the same time you want to get compensated but help others, you have to make it affordable, and you're doing that right now, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, I will tell you this, Kenny, and I just want to say, God is my business partner. God is in my business. So actually the price, right, for the 2,500 came from God. I asked God, what do you want me to price this at?
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. That was the price that I received in my spirit. And that's what I set it at. And that's where it's gonna stay.
Yeah, and we appreciate that. But I'll be telling you a screenshot of I guess, because I had to complete one, then to be able to move to the next. So I'm gonna send a screenshot of the first one so you could guide me, and then I could go from there.
Yes, absolutely. Send it to info@7waystowealth.com. I'm just gonna put it in the chat
Yeah,
really quick.
I could save it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm putting it in the chat and then just send it there for me, okay?
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So let's put, can another trust be a beneficiary? Yes. So you can have, so just like yesterday, how we have the family trust be the beneficiary of the business trust, you can do that. We have the family trust be the beneficiary of the ministry trust as well, just like Kenya said. So yes, you are able to have one trust be the beneficiary of another. Alexis said, drink peppermint tea and honey helps soothe the throat. That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go get some hot water, lemon, and honey. Thank you so much, Alexis. Earl
You're
said,
welcome.
thank you. I appreciate you so much. And I just appreciate how a community like you and Aaliyah, and the others are just like, so caring and care about this whole dry throat situation. So thank you so much. So Earl says, I'm thinking of making all my trust Wyoming entities. Will I need to do foreign entity paperwork to get Colorado banks, my resident state, or would it be easier to do online banks? I mean, online banks are easy, but so your question is specific to the bank, right? So some banks, they want for you to have like a local address because they want banking relationships with you. So it depends on the bank, but as far as foreign entity paperwork, no, you don't need like any foreign entity paperwork in order for you to set up your trust or choose the domicile as Wyoming. So you can do that. That's already set in stone. So if you need any additional paperwork, you're gonna have to get that information directly from the Colorado banks to see what they are going to require of you. Okay. So I'm not sure, what direction they want to go in, but usually if you have some type of local address or something, then that should be fine. So you telling them that the trustee is a resident of Colorado, should suffice for them. So to be honest with you, just double check with Colorado, with the bank that you're going to move forward with, okay? All banks are different and they require different paperwork. Tina said, my certificate of trust has 10 statements. You have 11. Okay, so one of the statements that was missing was the address. So, what we did was we updated. So we're always making changes. So we updated it to add the address, and we had updated it as number 4, because a lot of the banks, they want to see that, and a lot of the financial institutions. So if you're able to do a new certificate of trust, that would be ideal if you want to have the address of the trust on the certificate of trust. So that's the only thing that was on the old one that's missing.
Okay, thank you. I found it. I took a picture, screenshot, and I wrote it in. So I'm good.
Okay. Hi, beautiful
Thank you.
lady. Hi.
Holla.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you. Oh my
Listen,
God.
everybody with their questions and the conversations are great. I'm so proud of you guys because you're really on it, and I've been a procrastinator. So I'm having a meeting with you either today or tomorrow, whenever you feel like it.
Okay.
And I have to get on this program. And
Yes.
for the
Yes.
lady, I don't know who's in the New York area, but if anybody's in the New York area and they need help as far as a grantor or whatever, I'm here in New York.
Perfect. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Miss Tina. We appreciate you so, so, so much.
Mm.
And I might be going to New York in August, so I will keep you guys updated because there's quite a few of you guys. In my mind, I know of like at least 15 to 20 of you guys that are in New York, New Jersey area. At least 20, 25 of you guys. So yes, so we will definitely talk, but I'm glad that you found it, Miss Tina.
All right. Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
please let me know as soon as you find out you're coming to New York so I
Yes,
can be in the area.
yes, I know. I'll probably be like around Manhattan somewhere.
That's fine.
Yeah, I just put it on my schedule yesterday, but no travel itinerary as of yet.
Okay.
All righty.
Great.
Thank you. Lyric says, is the bond paper you're talking about? Yeah, so I'm gonna put the paper inside of the Telegram chat. So it's just like ivory, like legal paper that you can print your trust on. And then let's see. Hold on one second. Oh yeah, okay. So whoever participant is, they went ahead and put Southworth 100% cotton business paper ivory. Yeah. So that looks like it is it. So I will definitely double check on that. But that is the brand Southworth. So thank you so much. Who is participant? I'm not sure who that is. Next is Sharon. Sharon says, do you show us how to become ordained? Yes, I will show you tomorrow how to become an ordained minister with Universal Life Church, okay? So that's going to be awesome. And we'll go through that. Next is, let's see here. Oh, Herman said, I saw my coworker lose it all. Yep, and it's true. If you don't protect your assets, you will lose them. You will either lose them sometimes through probate, or you will lose them because you didn't even know that your neighbor wanted to sue you. So it's kind of crazy. But sometimes it does happen. Herman says that he needs Gerda's link, so we'll go ahead and put it in. Onion in honey for 2 hours and take a tablespoon. I'm gonna do that right away today. I'm gonna do that right away today. Then the next question is, could we have the foreign trust? So in the program, I'm going to give you guys access to an international trust. that is coming in the future. Hopefully I'm able to do it before the year ends. So it's in the works right now so that those of us who are dealing internationally can be able to benefit from the international trust. Okay. So for me, I have property in Dubai but I'm also going, isn't it next month? I'm going to Europe and Africa within the next 60 days. And I'm going specifically to look at property. So I'm doing it for myself, and I'm going to give you guys access to the international trust. As long as you're a part of the program, is going to be included. So there's nothing extra that you have to do but create another trust if you're dealing internationally. We have individuals who have property in Canada, the Caribbean islands, businesses in the Philippines. Some people are in Dubai, some people are in Africa. So we can definitely benefit from that. And so you're gonna have access to it. So don't you worry. And then Herman said I need to add my sons, but they weren't born here. They don't have to be born here. So with your trust, you like nobody has to be from the United States. So you don't have to worry about that. Can we use a brokerage account for our trust banking? Yes, you can use excuse me, guys. You can use the cash management account as your trust fund account. And so you can have your money in there. You can do transactions. Is not the same. It's not the same as a checking account, where you can just walk up into the bank where you have checks and stuff, but it is an account that you can have, that you can store money, you can earn interest, and you have a debit card attached to it. So your cash management account with a brokerage can be your trust fund. And let's see here. Flo said just wanted to stay high. Lyric said Cook Island. Yeah, so it's going to be probably Nieves Island, not Cook Island. So I will keep you guys updated on the international trust, but you're heading in the right direction, Lyric. And as far as Flo, she said, just wanted to say hi and appreciate you all. And we love Flo as well. She's one of our ambassadors here, so she's able to answer any and all questions that you guys have. She's here to support. She's here to notarize. She's also here to assist with grantor information as well. So with that being said, I answered all of the questions, so we are going to wrap it up. It is 2:02. So what I want to do is I want to give you guys the homework. So for tonight, the homework is for you guys to actually go inside of the Telegram chat and the Facebook and post and let us know why you decided to become a trustee, right? So is it for your family? Is it to leave a legacy? Is it to actually protect your assets, right? What made you want to become a trustee and join the Wealthy Trustee program? So go ahead in the Facebook group and post and let us know, because we are, we're so curious. Like I said, for everyone who is new, we want to get to know you. That's what we are here for, okay? So the Telegram chat. So hold on one second. I'm gonna put the Telegram chat. Ika, can you put the link to the Telegram chat and the link to the insurance agent? Those are the two links that I need to put inside of. Thank you, Ika. So she's gonna put the Telegram chat. Herman said, I want to create generational wealth for my family and I. Okay, that's awesome. So post it inside of our Facebook group, you guys. Let us know, because we want to, one, get familiar with you and also hold you accountable, okay? So with that being said, that is the homework for tonight. And the other thing that I want to tell you is that we are going to meet here tomorrow at the same time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're going to receive an email with the resources that you're going to need for tomorrow. Okay, so we are going to be doing the nonprofit tax exempt trust tomorrow. So you're going to receive the template for that, as well as the the information that you're going to need for becoming ordained, and then all the resources that you're going to need for tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to go over that trust, and then we're going to become ordained ministers. So I'll show you that process as well. And then we are also going to apply for a tax exempt EIN number. So any member of your nonprofit can actually apply for the EIN. So I'll show you that process as well tomorrow, okay? So you're
What tax forms, what tax forms do you use for if you want to change an address? Is it
8822B.
8822B? Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
Christine, I have a quick question.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I had sent over and responded to join the Facebook group, but it's still pending.
Okay.
Because I was going to do the video in there, because I know that was our homework, and I didn't have a chance to do that. But I do see that I'm approved in the Telegram, so I'll definitely respond and put my video in there.
Perfect.
Wow.
Okay, yeah. So Ika, can you please approve everyone who has requested to join the private Facebook community? So Ika's gonna head over there and go ahead and approve that so that we're able to get you going. And then for those of you guys who are ready to connect with our infinite
Thank you.
banking, you're so welcome. Thank you so much. Specialist, Ika has put the link. So if you're ready to get your appointments booked for the infinite banking specialist, then go ahead and click that link. So I know Herman was ready to go with that. And go ahead and click that link so that you can get on her calendar. And then Ika is going to go ahead and approve those of you guys who have pending requests for Facebook and Telegram. So with that being said, I will see you guys here tomorrow. You guys have a blessed and amazing day. And the recording is going to be available shortly, about in 1 hour. So go ahead and log in if you want to watch the recording. And then I will see you guys here tomorrow. Same place, same time, okay? So you guys have an amazing night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.